you guys? My name is Trinity. I make lifestyle content and post on this channel every Friday. So if you are new here and that interests you, you might as well go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. But if you're not new here, welcome back. So for this week's video, you guys were requesting more spirituality content, and I had this video in my notes for a minute. So I was like, let me just go ahead and lay this on them for the new year, you know, get y'all excited to manifest your own futures, career paths, whatever it is you want to manifest in life. I noticed that some people find me a source of inspiration. So hopefully this video inspires you to take matters into your own hands and get that shit done, sis. Let's get started. So at the beginning of March of last year, 2020, you know, COVID, etc. I found this video on YouTube, and this video changed my life. So here's the video. It is by Shanetta's Divine Tarot, and she has fantastic tarot videos as well as just, you know, other kinds of spirituality videos. But this video right here was basically her how to manifest video, and this is the first time that I really was introduced to manifestation, and it made such a big impression on me because right when I seen this video, I got started immediately on my spiritual journey. So after I seen that video, I drove straight up to Target or Marshall's, wherever it was, and I picked up this journal right here, and I feel like it's perfect because it says, "You got this." This right here changed my life. I can't say it any other kind of way, but this book right here really changed my life. You ever like get journals and you just like never finish them? This journal is almost finished. Like, this is all that is left in this journal. Everything else is written on, everything is manifested into my life. So let me get started and tell you guys what all I have manifested since having this journal and knowing the power lies within. It was so much stuff I had to write it down on my phone. The first thing is my YouTube growth. I had literally written in this journal specifically that I wanted to hit 10K subs in a week, and that's exactly what happened. I talked about this a little bit already in a few of my previous videos, but me hitting that milestone, like 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old me was so freaking proud. It was just an unbelievable, well, not unbelievable, but it was a very transformational time period because I'm like, damn, like, I really be doing this YouTube shit. Like, I really be out here like making content and people really be liking it. Like, it was really a moment of realization for me, for me to realize like how powerful and meant for this I actually am. So that was the first one. Some of these I want to go into depth over. The next one is my Puerto Rico trip. If you don't know, I went to Puerto Rico for my 20th birthday. So let me read to you guys what my journal entry said for Puerto Rico. It says, "I am very thankful for my amazing birthday trip to Puerto Rico." And if you don't know, when you manifest, you're supposed to write like it's already in the 3D, which is the dimension that we're in right now. So it's like, if I want a car, I'm gonna say I have a Jeep, whatever kind of car you want, and you say it like you already have it, not like I will get this and this and that, because that means it's in the future. You're supposed to manifest in the present. So anyway, or in the past more so. So anyway, my friends and I are having an amazing time at our 2-story Airbnb. It's so spacious with each of us having our own rooms. I am so grateful that our means of travel is safe and sound. Puerto Rico is absolutely beautiful. There are bright blue skies and clear waters, and everyone here is super nice. We have been greeted with welcoming arms everywhere we've gone. I am so thankful to be able to afford this vacation and bring along some of my closest friends with me. So that's what I wrote, and if you go check out that vlog, that's exactly what happened. Like, we had a great time out there. Like, we had an amazing time out there, and I'm gonna talk a little bit more about this trip later on in the video because some things I wrote didn't happen exactly how I wrote them, but the universe has always got a plan. You know, some things don't work out so that better things can happen, you know. So some other things that I have manifested are my apartment, which if you haven't seen my apartment tour, you should definitely go and check it out. When it came to this, I of course had a journal entry, of course, but I also did a lot of visualization when it comes to everything I manifest, but specifically with my apartment, I knew exactly how I wanted this place to look. I knew where I wanted the mirror, where I wanted the bed, the iMac, the pegboards. Like, I knew where I wanted everything. And it's so interesting because another thing about my space in particular, when you walk in, it's one bedroom over here and one bedroom to the right. I have a roommate, so when I first walked in on move-in day, I was the first one to come into the apartment at all, to move in basically. I had one key. There is no A, B on our door. You just try at one knob and try at the other. I had this key, right? and I knew I had been manifesting that my bedroom was on the right side. I don't know why I wanted the right side. I think that because I had looked up my apartment building and I had seen some tours of some other girls who lived here, I think I just liked the fact that theirs was on the right side of the apartment. But anyway, when I walk in on the first day, I got one key. I look to the left. Actually, no, I don't even think I looked to the left. I looked straight to the right and walked right over there and tried at the door, and it sure did open. So even down to the smallest details of this place, I manifested like crazy. I knew that my bathroom was gonna come before my closet. So when you walk through that door back there, it's the bathroom first and then it's the closet. And in my roommate's room, it's the closet first and then the bathroom. Like some details, there was no way that I could have known for sure how my spot was gonna turn out. But I guess I knew, you know, like I still knew how it was going to turn out because I created my own reality. So that's something that I like to tell people. Like I get really excited whenever they ask. So other things I've manifested are good health, healing, helping people, my Depop business and becoming a top seller, buying my iMac by myself, even my mom's yoga career. I'll manifest for other people. So my mom has been expanding on her yoga career, which is really good. As of recently, she's finally doing like pop-up yoga events and what does she call them? Something where they drink wine after doing yoga. Something like that. My social media excelling, my GSU tuition paid for, beauty and confidence. The thing with that is, I've noticed I've gotten video comments and people in my, women particularly, or just like younger girls in my messages asking me like, how do I be confident? Especially when I was born with Bell's palsy, and a lot of these people have either experienced Bell's palsy or they know people who have it. And the thing with that is, I guess like the beauty was always here. I just didn't realize it. Like it's like if I look at somebody else, like let's just say Willow Smith, because Willow Smith is beautiful, but like if I look at her and then compare myself to her, well this was like back before the glow up, the confidence glow up, you know, the internal glow up. I felt like I might have not been good enough, but when you start to look within and you really tap into your inner power, which is like what I have been doing since like March, you really start to realize that like everybody looks very unique in their own way, and that if I find beauty in someone else, that means, you know how many people find beauty in me? Like, why would I not? And it's like, due to that fact that other people find me attractive, why would I not find myself attractive, you know? The exercise that I did to gain my confidence was actually, I wrote down 2 things that I loved about myself. And it was because I was listening to this podcast called The Self-Love Fix, which I talk about in damn near every spiritual video. But after listening to this podcast, she had an episode where she talked about self-worth and where it comes from. When you ask people where it comes from, they tend to say outside things, my accolades, my achievements, the fact that I hit 10K subscribers, you know, that's where my self-worth comes from. But that's not true. Your self-worth comes from who you are on the inside. It comes from your compassion, your adventurousness, your empathy, the love you have for yourself and others, you know, that's where self-worth really comes from. And so she had this challenge to where you write down 2 things that you love about yourself, and they have to be like characteristics. So you can write, I love that I am funny, and I love that I am adventurous, and you go into detail in a paragraph explaining why you love that you are those things and how you are those things. So it's like, I love that I am adventurous because I'm the friend you can call up like, hey, yo, you want to go to California? And I'm like, bet, like, let's buy our tickets tonight. Like, I love that I will find something that I want to do and actually do it. Like, there are many people out here that'll like be like, it's my dream to go to London, but it stays a dream. Like, I'm the type of person that's I'm gonna manifest it into my reality. I'm actually gonna buy the ticket, you know, I'm actually gonna book the Airbnb, I'll go, you know. So I love that about myself. And the more you write each day, every day, I did it for like 20 something days, or almost 20 something days, but I really felt hella confident in who I was as a person after I did that little exercise. I manifested like crazy my financial stability. I think I have a journal entry in here about it, but a lot of you guys know that I was doing Depop and stuff over the summer. It says, I am so grateful for my financial stability. In fact, my finances have been soaring due to my multiple sources of income, which is true. I am capable of taking care of myself to a great extent, as well as being able to help out my close family and friends if need be. I am able to fund my apartment in full while still having money left over for savings and or fun. I express gratitude for being in a position like this, and I give thanks for all the universe has done and continues to do for me. So that is what I wrote. And this was April. I date all of my manifestation journal entries, and this was April 5th, 2020. So ever since, like, I do have multiple sources of income. I do a lot of different things, and I do make a lot of different money in just like different ways. Like, money just be coming to me at this point. Like, I do not have to think about it. Like, it's just something that continuously comes to me over and over again. And it used to not be like that. Like, I used to be like really sad and upset and like stressed about finances, and the moment I stopped, I was just like, okay, like, I don't need to stress about this, because what is stressing gonna do? You know, like, what really is stressing gonna do if not stress? You know, contentment. I put heavy emphasis on contentment. I talk about how I don't think happiness is the goal. I feel like contentment is. So once you are content, it basically means that, like, everything in your environment, in your surroundings, no matter what happens, you're gonna be content regardless. Like, you're gonna be straight with the outcome. I feel like in that case, I don't really put heavy emphasis on letting outside or external things either make or break my day. Like, if something amazing happens, then that's fantastic, you know what I mean? I constantly feel like something amazing is happening, you know? I can kind of look at even like bad situations, and I say bad because bad is just a perception, but when I look at bad situations, I look at why that happened. So let's say I had a relationship with somebody and it didn't work out. It didn't work out for a reason, you know? Like, I'm 20 years old. I'm barely 20 years old. I'm damn near, I can't even buy alcohol yet. Like, it didn't work out for a reason, and that's perfectly fine. I don't need anybody at this age in particular, you know what I mean? So I look at things like that, and I actually journaled in my journal a contentment journal entry in September. It was the night of the new Virgo moon, and that was actually the night that I astral projected. And I talk about astral projecting on my channel in this video right here. So if you want to hear a little bit more about that, go check it out. But as I was looking through my journal just in period for this video and like marking down what I wanted to talk about, I realized that I had journaled an entry for contentment, which was the first time I think that I've done this. And then that was the night that I astral projected. And definitely check out that video because it kind of makes sense, my experience in the astral realm, and why I seen the things that I did, because of, I feel like it related to what I had been manifesting. And ever since then, I've been good. Like, I've been amazing, actually. So that's, hopefully that can serve as some encouragement. And the last thing I put on this list that I manifested was a camping trip. Why did I just throw that? I have more points to talk about. But last thing I manifested was ATL camping trip, which I talk about a lot because I freaking had the most amazing time at ATL camping trip. Basically, it is a camping festival that happened in October of last year during Halloween. And it's like this group of black people. They own like 50 something acres of land in North Georgia, and me and my best friend Mari, we actually went and met up for the first time in like 8 years at that part at the festival, and we camped overnight for like 3 to 4 days on these people's land. And there were so many different kinds of people. It was so interesting. I tripped off acid, did a hell of psychedelics. I just had an ego death. Sat in a ritual circle, got some powder shot up my nose. Wait a minute, that sounds not in a, you know what, I don't think that there's any other way that I can say that without it sounding like, what the fuck, like, the hell this bitch got going on, you know what I mean? But it was like a ritual circle, and it wasn't like drugs or anything that was shot up my nose. It was like a powder that is used in spiritual rituals that once it goes up your nose, it symbolizes death, and then once they do the other option, nostril, it symbolizes rebirth. I think I should ask Mari. I think that it symbolized rebirth. It meant something like refreshing, or like to bring about something new, something like that. It was a really great experience, and it was very meant for me to go on that trip because I almost did not go. And the universe was like, go, bitch. Like, you need to, like, you see that meme of Drake where he's like, go. Like, that was what the universe was yelling at me, because I met hella different people out there, got to network. It was just an amazing experience, and I'm super grateful, super glad that I got up out my head and actually went, because I really needed that. That was like the first time that I had ever been like that was the first time that I had ever been in an environment like that, and ever since we've been going to like all the events that these people be putting on, and we just been meeting so many different new people. So it was a really good experience. So now that we have talked about everything that I wrote that did happen, I want to talk about things that either didn't happen or didn't happen the way that I manifested for them to happen. And like I said, the universe always got a reason. You know, when these things don't work out the way you planned for them to, don't get mad, because it happened for a reason. So with that being said, one thing that was something that I manifested a lot was my last relationship being like healed or like fixed or something like that. And that shit was not, no, that was not in the cards for me, you know. Like, now I see why. I can completely understand why, because the person that I was with was not it. They were not who they were pretending to be to me. And it took me until December like a few weeks ago, to be honest, to find out this girl is not it. Like, you stay the fuck away from this girl. It was like early fall that I had been manifesting our relationship to get better. The universe was like, help me dodge the bullet, because I was like upset. I just felt like I would be upset if things did not work out, and I am so grateful that things did not work out, because I would have been trapped, okay? Like, and I know some people can resonate with this because they've probably been in emotionally abusive relationships, or just, you know, really bad relationships in general, but I definitely dodged a bullet. So that is an example of something that did not manifest, that the universe was like, yeah, you think you want this, but no, bitch, you don't want this, bitch. My spirit guys was looking at me like, yeah, okay, you gonna find out soon enough, bitch. I keep sending you these signs for a reason. Like, oh my god, sometimes I think of my spirit guides as like the hormone monsters off of Big Mouth, and I know they be looking at me like, this bitch is not meditating, like, this bitch is waking up and going immediately on TikTok. Like, what is good with her? Like, where did we go wrong, team? Like, where did we go? So I also wanted to talk about something that I wrote down that did manifest, but not in the exact way that I planned for it to, and it was my Puerto Rico birthday trip. Like I read in the journal entry a few minutes ago, I manifested this 2-story Airbnb because the group chat that I had, it was like, how many of us was in it? It was like 8 of us. Either way, it was a good grip of us to go on this trip. It's where we would have needed a bigger house, like this 2-story Airbnb. But only people who ended up going in the long run was me, my best friend, my friend Amber, and her boyfriend. So it was only 4 of us that went. So first, I think 1 or 2 people dropped out of the trip while we were planning it, and therefore we didn't need the 2-story house anymore, even though the 2-story house was super nice. It was super nice. We didn't need it anymore. So then there was the 5th girl who was there, and she was very back and forth, but she wanted to bring her boyfriend, which is why she was back and forth. And her boyfriend was not the best person. Like, I ain't like that nigga. Anyway, while she was back and forth, I was like, I'm not really comfortable if you bring him, but I would love for you to come. Like, please come. Like, it is gonna be an amazing, you know, experience. Like, get away from him for a little bit, you know. Eventually she paid her half on the Airbnb, she paid for her flight, and then at the very last minute asked me for her money back. And I was like, it's not refundable. And she was like, okay, it's fine. She let me, well, I mean, she wasn't getting the money back regardless, but she like basically didn't go on a trip even though she paid for the whole thing. So at the end of the trip, it was just 4 of us, and I had manifested, like, you know, like my friends being there having fun, everybody that I had pictured originally in the group chat. And at the Airbnb, we had like an extra room, or we had more rooms than more people that came with us. So it was huge, you know. It still fell into fruition, the fact that the Airbnb was very spacious enough for all of us, which is something that I specifically manifested. And I feel like just the right people went. Like, we didn't need all those other people, because all those other people might have, you know, brought something along with them, not like COVID or nothing, but like just drama, unnecessary, you know, vibes in the house. But it was a great trip. That was something that I did not plan to go the way it did, but it did, and it was amazing. It was fantastic. It worked out perfectly the way the universe intended minute. Another thing that I manifested for that that didn't really work itself out was Georgia State University. Basically, I was manifesting that I would love my classes, love my teachers, love my experience here at GSU, you know, the illustrious minority serving institution, and then I dropped out. So, which is okay, because while I thought that I wanted to continue school, I have a whole entire video as to why it is not for me. And something else that I do that actually made my final decision was I asked the universe for a sign. And I do this a lot sometimes. I used to do it a lot more, but ever since I've just been trusting, you know, I don't really need a sign. I kind of just do what feels right. But if you need a sign, ask the universe for a sign. You will get one. Every sign that I've asked for, I've received. Okay, so the sign that I had asked for when I was struggling back in like October, September, really upset over classes, just not feeling like, you know, college was really right for me, I asked for a sign. And when you do this, you want to ask for something that you're not normally gonna see, because that defeats the purpose. It's like if I ask to see a crystal, y'all know I got hella crystals in here, like it's not gonna make a difference. Be very specific. So me, I was like, I want to see a yellow Care Bear, right? So I actually seen this on 2 occasions as I am scrolling down my TikTok For You page. I seen an aesthetic room tour, and y'all know some of them girls, they be doing the room tours and it be flashing by like different aspects of their room super fast. But one glimpse I seen on this girl's video, it was a yellow Care Bear sitting on her bed, right? That happened and I was like, oh shit. I was like, the universe is telling me to drop out of college. The universe is telling me to drop out of college. I'm gonna listen to the universe. And then a few weeks later, I go to Walmart and okay, how do I show you guys this? I literally went to Walmart like the week after and found all of those Care Bears. It was amazing. And there goes the yellow one sitting right there. So yeah, after I seen that, I was like, heard you once, now I heard you twice. So let's drop out of school. And I just really just trust that everything is gonna work out just in general the way it was meant to, which is something that you really got to do. You can't really stress about it, because once you stress about it, you kind of put like negative energy into the universe, and you don't want to do that. So just trust that everything will work out. The more you get used to manifesting and you're like, oh, wait a minute, I did that. Like I said I wanted that, or I said that I had that, and then I had that, like it was here, like on my doorstep, you know. One more thing I wanted to talk about was I gave immense gratitude, like if not every other page, then like every 2 pages, it was me in my manifestation journal just expressing gratitude for everything that I had. I was just grateful for it. So that's really how I changed my whole life around, to be honest. Like my whole life is different as hell now. I would be freaking out if I was 16-year-old me met this version of me. She'd be like, yo, this bitch is cool as hell. Like, yo, I want to be her friend. And then it's like, oh shit, I'm bitches, you know? So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope you found some inspiration in it. Please, in the comment section down below, tell me what you have manifested that has come into your reality. I would love to hear it. I love hearing other people's manifestation stories. And also, one more thing before I go, be happy for other people. Like, if you're manifesting a Tesla and you see somebody on TikTok manifest their Tesla and it's in their driveway, do not be like upset. Don't be like, well, where the hell is my Tesla? Your time will come. Divine timing is divine timing. It's very important to, you know, just be happy for other people, because you don't want to put that negative energy into the air, because it's not cool. Like, you know, just be happy for other people. Your time will come. And just trust, you know, that's it. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, same as always, and you guys will see me in the next video.